And here we go. Do, do, do.
Hello, and welcome to
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Henny.
with your hosts, Shannon,
Do you know what I hate doing most after a party?
Sally, and
Trying to find your underwear in the big pile?
Andy,
Honey, I'd suck the alcohol out of a deodorant stick, so you're asking the wrong gal.
featuring Shiloh,
I hear you loud and clear, Coach. But, I just got out of a relationship, and I think it's a little early.
Eva,
I used to be in a lesbian relationship. Not with a woman, of course, but with a man that was a bitch.
and Adria.
Believe what you want, see if I care. Hypersexual bitch.
Oh, Andy.
That was fun.
What's the background, Andy? Is that a rain? Is that rain in your
It's an
background?
April shower.
Oh,
It's an April shower.
Of course.
This umbrella. I'm in a boat.
In a
I thought
boat.
it was a boat. I thought it was like a canoe, a raft. It looked like a raft. And then he was like,
I mean,
no, it's an umbrella.
It looks like it's gonna rain, so maybe I thought you were just preparing for
does.
the rain.
It's
I
supposed
just
to
got a
rain.
notification that it might rain.
Yeah.
I know. Happy Monday, kids.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
This is number 11.
Here we are again.
We're 11 in heaven.
How is everybody?
I'm tired.
Good.
How are you?
Well, as you know, I was 7 minutes late, so I'm a little out of sorts. I don't know, like when you're just
Yeah.
everything is going on, you're like, oh crap, I'm supposed to be doing a podcast. So yeah, I'm okay. We'll figure it out though.
Oh, what's everybody having today to drink?
Well, I am finishing off some mixer I have that's like pomegranate, grapefruit, orange, and something with some Malibu rum and some ginger ale. It's delicious, but it's the end of it. So
Uh-oh.
Time to
Then you-
switch
It's
something
okay.
new.
Then you need a new bottle then.
well, the mixer is actually I got it at what's that place called? Williams Sonoma around Christmas. It's called Christmas in a Cup by Trisha Yearwood. It's some collection of hers. So I don't know if they offer Christmas in a Cup in April, but
Wait, Trisha Yearwood has a line of cocktail
alcoholic
mixers?
mixers, yes.
So they have New Orleans in a cup?
Well,
What is that piss and
Or the bourbon,
vomit and
bourbon,
other
bourbon's treating the
bodily
cup?
fluids? So,
ew.
mixed in with a hurricane.
Ew.
Mixed in with a
How
hurricane.
about the pub on bourbon in a cup?
So she can break up marriages and she can have her own line of cocktail drinks, right? I guess.
Ooh,
She's
wow.
gonna
I
do that.
guess. I
Isn't
guess.
Isn't she married to Garth Brooks?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that started when they were on tour together. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was still married. So
Yeah. Well,
Who was he married to?
his ex-wife.
nobody
Yeah.
famous.
Nobody famous? Okay.
No, yeah,
His ex-wife. I figured that much.
the former Mrs. Brooks. I don't know.
Some lady that got lots of money. When
Right.
She got lots of money.
I'm
Exactly.
I'm sure
Exactly.
she took a lot out of that paycheck. And good for her.
So,
Right.
so Shannon, I'm guessing you're drinking Tito's and soda.
I am. But I'm drinking it out of a Irving Schools Foundation.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
And it even has my little name on it. Shannon Brown.
Yep.
There
I
you
have,
go.
Fancy.
I have one of those
Yeah.
too, but it doesn't have your name on it. It has my name on it.
Candy Beth, what you drinking?
I am having some Tito's, cranberry, and grapefruit juice.
Oh, Shiloh, you
I
drinking
believe-
tonight?
I believe that's called, is it Sea Breeze?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's called Sea Breeze.
We'll call it a sea breeze. Okay.
I'm drinking water like I normally do on these podcasts. I have to be
Okay.
a top drinker.
Whatever.
This is a big mug. Like, yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
He had enough. He had enough over the weekend.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Speaking of, how was everybody's weekend?
It was good. We had fun at the MS Walk Saturday.
Yes,
We
that was
did.
good. Thank
That
you
was a
so
lot
much.
of fun. And then we
Thank
had
you
a
so
nice
much for supporting me and all my MS warriors.
it was
Yes.
it was a great time. And Andy is a VIP there. We got to go to the VIP tent. They had a full breakfast out if we wanted it. Like we were in our own little private area. It was very nice. And then we had a nice brunch after.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did.
It was
It was a good
beautiful
day.
weather. It was
Oh, it's
beautiful.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So, and we have big goals for next year. So
Yes.
Yeah.
we're gonna coordinate outfits and
Yes. Well,
Yeah, we got to coordinate outfits.
I
We got to
have-
show those people up.
I have to tell you that fundraising wise, I'm at $8,000 exactly. So
okay.
2,000 more to
Okay.
go. 2,000
All right.
more.
Okay, people.
All right, 2,000. That's not bad.
That's not bad
And
at
we still got the rest of the year to do it, right?
all. Till November.
Okay.
Okay.
That's about $500 a piece from all of our followers. We should be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
think
we
you're
wanna-
overestimating our number of followers.
So
That's fun.
10,000, that's your goal. Now,
Yep.
do we know, like, can you see the running totals where you are? Or
Yeah.
Top 5? Okay.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. We just got to make sure we get that VIP treatment again.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to go
Absolutely.
if not.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. I'm not going if I'm not in the VIP area.
Yeah, we're not going to do it. We're about sorry. That's yeah.
yeah.
I might have MS, but I'm a VIP with MS.
Yes.
There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
Now, I noticed while we were sitting there, the woman came up and talked to you. I didn't hear everything she was telling you, but did she say that she wanted to feature you in something?
Yeah, maybe for next year.
Oh, okay.
Do an interview. I've already done one interview.
Will you get
Oh,
paid
yeah.
for it?
Oh, now that I'm a professional broadcaster.
I mean, you need to think about this.
She'll have to go through my agent and my publicist.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It
now
was
I've got
good.
to get an agent and a publicist.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe Gus can refer you to one.
Oh
Me
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And by the way, Gus is making some money because I see that Inspire commercial all the time.
Both of them.
now.
They show
Both
both
of
of them.
All the time.
Yeah. I sent
Gotta
him
pay
a,
more attention.
I actually
they
sent, I actually sent him a note the other day. I was like, your commercials are running nonstop here. I hope you're making money.
Especially during the NCAA tournament when I was
Yep.
during those games, I was
Yep.
like, I've seen this commercial like 4 times in this
Exactly.
one game. So,
Good
Exactly.
good for him.
good for
Yeah.
Gus. Yeah. Cheers
Go,
to
Gus, go.
Yeah. And I think it's because he was on our show. That's why they're running those. more,
Probably.
because now He's
Probably.
famous. Yeah.
We've kind of helped.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boost his
Yeah, for
I
sure.
agree.
career.
I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
we have that effect on our guests.
Some kind of effect, that's for sure. But yeah, we had a good brunch afterwards. So we went to Haywire. So those of you that are local, we went to Haywire, which is in Legacy West, and
place-
it
that
was
place is-
good.
That place is good, but it's huge. Oh my
It's
gosh.
good. It's
It's
big.
good.
And Legacy West is very bougie with all
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean
very. Right across from Louis Vuitton and Gucci
and
and
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
And,
Yeah, it's So we had a bougie bougie brunch.
Bougie brunch.
There
Yep.
you
Did
go.
did you eat my hamburger SAP?
I did. I ate just the patty. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
is it
heated
good?
it up. I wasn't letting that go to waste. Yes.
Good.
No, it was good. The mimosas were good. The company was good.
Yeah.
It was all
Mhm.
good. Yeah. So it was good.
It was a
We'll
good
have to do
day.
it next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need to back up a couple of days
I think we do
Uh-oh.
too.
and discuss the dead elephant in the room.
What? There's a dead elephant in the room.
Yep.
The play, the musical.
Called The Girl from the North
What-
Country.
What'd you
That
say,
dead
Charlotte?
elephant.
I said, well, even just join. It was what we're
Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
girl
girl
from the North Country.
Okay.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with it, we all were as well, because this musical opened in 2020, around the time the pandemic started, but before all the theaters shut down. It played for maybe a month or so, and then everything shut down. But it reopened when the pandemic was over and ran for maybe a month or 2 or 3 more. It didn't last too long. It never found an audience. It never gained any traction. And I understand why, because it's awful.
Well, okay, and I'll say I probably didn't go in with the best attitude because I'm not a Bob Dylan fan.
Right.
And then I don't know who I was talking to when we met before a roundup. Like I was yawning before we ever
Mhm.
even left. I was
Yeah,
like sleepy
yeah.
before we ever even
Yeah.
left. So then to go and sit through a play that I'd never really figured out what was going on. It just didn't work for me. And I feel bad. Here's what I feel bad for. Andy and I left at halftime at intermission. I feel bad because I don't doubt the talent of the people on the stage. I'm sure they're very talented people. But the play itself was just not good.
I still don't know who the girl from the North Country is.
Yeah, who was the girl from the North Country?
I don't know. Unless I slept through it in the second half, I don't know who the girl from the North Country is. I don't know if it was the daughter that they adopted. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the crazy mama.
The crazy
yeah.
mama. Yeah. And then at the end they die, or I don't know, they close down the halfway. I don't know. Yeah. But we stuck it out. We sat through the second half, and I don't know.
Well, because the parking attendant told you it got better, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he the one that told you that? Yeah.
I don't know why I'm taking advice from the guy that's parking. But and he was wrong, so I know better not to ask him his review of any future shows.
Now
so,
you know.
Yeah. So we did stuck it out, but it was no.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't need to do it again.
The next one will be better for sure. So
I have to give that show a 1 out of 5 stars. Not a fan.
Well, I mean, you can tell it was Bob Dylan music because all the music was slow and sounded the same.
Oh my God.
It was like, wow.
it was not.
I almost started giving myself little cuts on my legs.
Just to stay awake.
I thought I was going to have to do something to stay awake because it was one of those where I was like, if I just close my eyes for just like 20 seconds.
Well, at one point, Sally and I looked over at each other.
I forgot what happened, but we both looked at each other like, this is not. So
I knew you were all out of there, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You didn't miss anything. Yeah.
And next is Hamilton, which I'm not going to see because
you're not going
to see it. No,
you're not.
No, I gave my ticket.
I have not seen it. So,
This
so my friend Shannon, girl
Nice.
Shannon, bought Andy's ticket. So,
Nice. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen it. I don't care to see it again. It's not in my top 10. Great job, great energy, great performances, but no, I'm done.
Okay.
I didn't see it because when it came before, that's when I was just buying onesie tickets, and it was an add-on. So and that was kind of that was the first time it came to Dallas, and to buy a single ticket was ridiculous. The price, I was like, I'm not paying $300 for a ticket to see a play.
Yeah.
So Shannon and I are going to go. So it'll be fun, and it's at the Wind Spear.
Yep. Are y'all going on the same night?
We're going on the first Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Where are your seats, Shan? Do you know?
I don't know. I'll have to check and see. Have to look.
Sally and I upgraded our seats.
Yeah, we found good
found
seats. Yeah.
two good seats together, like on the.
Is it like an E or something?
You're like on the 5th row. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But it's
So,
the Wind Spear, so those seats are much more comfortable.
Yeah.
And you won't fall asleep in Hamilton.
No.
Yeah. Eva's drinking a beer tonight. Modelo. Woo woo.
All right. So
all right, let's see.
pass on the musical. No more of that.
No.
Guess who did her homework today?
You did?
Is it time to do that? I'm
yes,
because you got scolded last week.
But I know. I totally forgot about it last time. Go ahead.
Real quick, last week you missed National Sibling Day.
I know. And I'm a sibling. I missed everything last week.
She missed everything last week.
Shiloh picked up the slack for a few of them. So here we go. When we were talking about who are we? Did we talk about somebody's ex-wife or ex-husband earlier?
Yeah.
Who are we
Garth
talking
Brooks.
about? Oh yeah, because yesterday was ex-spouse day.
There's a day for that?
Why is there a day?
Exactly.
I don't know. I didn't go any further. Today, of course, is tax day. It's also do laundry day.
Did you get your taxes
I don't know if that's
done?
money laundering or regular laundry. I did get my taxes done this afternoon.
But you did them today?
Yeah, I did them today. I've never waited this
What did,
long.
what did you do Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, you're supposed to have Saturday
Uh,
afternoon. Not taxes.
Not taxes. I watched the Masters, watched some TV,
Nice.
napped a little.
Nice. Nice.
So-
Okay, well.
Okay, so today is also Titanic Remembrance Day. And I only bring that up to point out that in the movie Titanic, there was room for Jack on that door. And we all knew
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
Rose was a selfish whore. So
Rose was a door whore.
a door whore. She totally was. So tomorrow is wear PJs to work day, which so many
I don't
people
think I
work
can
from
do that.
home. That's so many. I'm thinking if you work from home, you could, but
Mm.
and then the 17th is and this is probably it's National Crawfish Day. And being from the South, this is an unpopular opinion from this gal right here. I'm not a fan. Like I
No.
love a good crawfish boil. I think it's a lot of fun. It's outside, it's nice weather, there's beer, there's all this other. They are way more trouble than they're worth. Like you get messy, they're just I'm not a
Yeah.
crawfish fan. So now like crawfish etouffee or crawfish po' boy or something where the work's already been done. I'll take it, but not a crawfish fan. So and then on the 20th, there's two things that are kind of related, I think. 420 Day, for those of you that partake in the cannabis, you know
Okay.
about 420 Day. And it is also National Cheddar Fries Day. And I feel like that's kind of related to 420
yeah.
Day
Yeah.
because
Yeah. If you're doing that
cheddar
420,
fries.
then
I think cheddar fries would probably be a good pairing with 420 Day. But that's
Now-
what we got.
Now,
Go ahead.
are gummies celebrated on 420 Day? I mean, is 420?
I guess so. I mean,
or is it just the smoke kind or the?
no, I think
don't
it's just cannabis
Okay.
in general.
know. Okay. Okay. Not
So-
that I partake. I was just curious.
So
Before I
edible,
get that
so-
text message, no, mom.
Yeah. So you could do edibles or, a little smoky smoke, but follow it up with some cheddar fries and then probably some brownies or
Yeah.
chocolate chip cookie dough or something, and you're good.
I have a feeling that if I smoked pot, it would be bad for my cult that I'm in. Don't you think? I'd probably.
Yeah.
not be able to stay-
It might not. You never know. But there you go. Shiloh
right.
did not have to pick up my slack this week.
Nice. Okay. All right. What are we over with this week? What are we over this week? Andy.
I am over people that park in handicap spaces
Oh.
that get out of their cars and walk just fine to wherever they're going.
Did this
I-
happen on Thursday night again?
No, well, there's nobody there Thursday.
No. You remember we had a good play.
That's right.
Thursday night.
There's
Yeah.
plenty of parking on that one.
Yeah, no problem there, but just not just at the shows, but anywhere. Like the tattoo place across from the clinic.
Yeah.
Across the parking lot. Well, we have the handicap spots on our side. This guy that has this big old honking truck, I don't know if he works there. He must work there unless he visits somebody there all the time. He backs in. He always backs his car in. He doesn't have a tag up front or behind that says he's handicapped.
Call
He just
and
takes-
have him towed.
He just takes the spot like, well, I don't volunteer there anymore.
I would still call and have him towed. If he doesn't have a handicap sticker or placard, I would call and have him towed.
Yeah,
That'll teach
he
him.
did that every single Thursday, probably more, but I was only there on Thursdays. So if you're not handicapped, don't take one of the spaces.
Don't do it.
Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick.
Did it Roger have your handicap sticker for a while?
Roger didn't, but Hilly did.
Oh,
Hilly was using it.
Haley doesn't need it.
Mm-mm.
See, there you
But-
go.
Roger has done that. I know he's done it a couple times. And I can say that because he doesn't listen to
Because
the
he doesn't
podcast
listen.
anyway.
So-
Right. And neither does Hilly, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, probably not. So that's what I'm over.
Okay. Sally Ann.
Okay. I'm just over, y'all know I have my little part-time retail job. I work the occasional Sunday. I'm over, and if anybody has worked retail, you know this. I'm over people that just think we're there to clean up after them. Don't leave your clothes wrong side out in the floor of a fitting room. Act like a grown up. Act like you've got some home training.
Yeah.
If you don't hang them up, that's fine. But leaving them wadded up in the floor, it's just disrespectful. That's all.
Yeah.
Shannon can relate.
Having worked in retail part-time many years, I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
And so when I go in and try stuff on, I at least, and I know if they don't want me to put it back, I will at least put it back on the hanger or try and fold it, something so it's not all just everywhere. That annoys me too. I think people are
I just try to leave it neat because sometimes I don't know, I can't remember how they had like the pants hanging where they side or but I'll just fold them neatly and leave them where they usually have a spot in the fitting room to leave your go backs. So.
And nobody wants to buy a new pair of pants or clothes that somebody else has thrown on the floor, by the way.
Oh, I was working one night. This was several weeks ago. Shiloh's like, I don't care. I was working one night and I went in the back and it was late. It was almost closing. I asked the lady, I was like, do you have anything, I can go ahead and hang up for you? And she seriously kicked the clothes under the fitting room door to me.
No.
Yeah. So anyway,
she kicked him on the floor under the door. Well, that's a dick move.
Did you throw it back at her?
I wanted to, and because if they purchase them, if they bring them up to me wrong side out to purchase, they get folded and put in that bag wrong side out.
Wrong side out.
One of the other ladies I work with taught me that when I first started. She was like, "Oh no, if they bring them to me like this is how they go in the bag," and that's what I do.
Fabulous.
So that's what I'm over.
You sell undergarments there?
No. Oh no.
Okay, that's good. That's the other thing. Ugh, gross.
No, I don't need any part of that.
Okay, so Sally, and you've talked about
wait. What are you over?
What are you?
I know I am.
Oh, okay.
So Sally Ann has talked about in her social media how she's got certain triggers or there's what do you call it? And it'll pull up certain things based on algorithms. Yes.
Yes.
Talked a lot about. As a man in my early 50s, I'm really over. I don't know why I keep getting ads for erectile dysfunction.
Because you're a man in your 50s. That's why.
And it's not just one, it's like 4 different types of ED meds. And I'm like, I don't click on them. I don't know what's in my, do you
ever get like an ad for something and accidentally click on it and then you're like, oh shit, now I'm going to be inundated with this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But then it's one of those things like, well, maybe I do have erectile dysfunction.
Maybe I just don't know it yet.
No. Come on.
You're like Kevin at the Container Store. Maybe I do have a tape situation.
Right.
Maybe this is the day you buy it to treat yourself to the wooden hangers, right?
Right. Ooh, wooden hangers. Yes. Yeah. So that I guess it's my age, but come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys
if I need that, I'll do a search for it, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to, yeah.
Is that on your cell phone that you're getting the ads?
I'm getting it, like in Instagram and Facebook feed. And I'm like, what?
Has Timmy been on your Facebook or your Instagram?
I was going to say, you have a bunch of friends that are shady, and sometimes you leave your phone open. So
maybe
that might be the culprit. I'm not playing music from your phone.
That's true. What are you guys doing when you're playing music?
I'm adding you to the list.
There you go.
Signing me up for all that crap. Thank you.
Did you get your AARP card in the mail?
Oh yes, we get those. No, yeah.
You start getting letters about that.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah.
And I've never signed up because I'm like, is it worth it? Like if I thought I was going to get a bunch of good discounts, I would probably sign up for it. I'd be like, bring it, give me the discounts.
We get the magazine even, I think. So 2 of us in a household, we get a magazine every month.
My friend Trisha got her AARP card like a week before her 50th birthday. And I just laughed. I thought that was so funny.
And you got yours.
And a week before my 50th birthday.
Yeah.
I got mine.
Yeah. Well, you don't even need an AARP card, Andy. You're going to qualify for discounts everywhere just based on your age. So
yes.
You're good.
Yeah. That's true. That is so true.
Okay, so we're over that. Fellas, you over anything while you're on here?
Yeah, y'all are on here.
You
Me?
over
He's
anything?
muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm over Shannon telling me what time things start. So the WNBA did not start at 7:30. We're already on Big Ten.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Did I tell you 7:30?
Yeah, but you had been drinking in your defense.
Oh, because of the draft. You're right. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. But you'll have to cover who got. I know who got taken first, but you'll have to cover who got drafted. Eva.
I am over big, just insanely large trucks parking in compact car parking spaces. Not only in a parking garage at work,
Shiloh,
but
Shiloh,
anywhere.
you doing that?
No, we're talking like huge trucks. Like we have our parking garage has 4 levels, and at work there's always the ones at the ends, which I like to park in because you don't get that temptation to get your door dinged at the end, on one side. And so, but the workers at work will park there, which they're not supposed to, but the trucks are so big, it makes it even so hard for us to go around.
You can't get around because they park on the end. Yep.
And they're on the end, and it's so obnoxious. And I actually wanted to leave a note and say, be considerate and don't park outside of the parking garage where there's more space. But yeah, I've encountered that many, many times last week, and I'm just like, ugh. And there's one red truck that I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
Key it. You want to key it?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna leave a note.
Are you going to tell them to go where they belong outside? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Go park outside. And of course, when the weather's bad, everyone, parks underneath because they don't want to, the risk of any hail damage. But because that happens all the time down here. So
might have
that's
some
what I'm
hail,
over.
maybe hail tonight. There you go.
I know.
All right, what are we obsessed with, Sally Ann?
I really don't have any big obsession tonight that I can think of. So we'll just go with, you know what? I'm always obsessed with Diet Coke. So I'll just go with that. Every day.
How many do you have a day?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Do you drink more than Rick?
No, probably not.
Nobody does.
I don't know how many I have a day because I buy a 2-liter. Because I like it. I like it
at our house.
I like it cold, but I like it. So I put the 2-liter in the fridge because I want it cold, but I want it over ice. So, I mean, this is my cocktail and this is my Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I can go back and forth. So when I finish my cocktail, I'll have my Diet Coke.
Speaking of Diet Coke, there's a funny story. Like, when I first met Rick, I realized that he had a Diet Coke,
addiction. It's a real addiction.
Addiction. It's bad. And so I thought, I'm going to impress him. I'm going to go buy these Diet Cokes for him at the store. And I, obviously a gal on a budget, saw the, 5 for $20, 16-ounce bottles, or the 2-liter that's $1.99. So I bought a 2-liter, and he looked at me like, what in the hell is that? And I'm like,
see, that's what I buy. That's what I want.
Yeah. And I said, I'm sorry. Like, I bought you Diet Coke. He's like, no. So, and then he started complaining about the 16-ounce bottles because there's not enough in it.
What does
you should get a 2-liter. I mean, I get a 2-liter, and like I said, I pour it over ice.
I have noticed that he started to drink more water. I think his kidneys have decided to say, "Hey."
No. I always felt better about
prunes
myself.
he has.
I always felt better about myself because I knew Rick had more Diet Coke than me.
Oh my gosh!
And if he's drinking water now, I'm like, I'm the worst.
And Shiloh can attest to this. Like lately, when we go out, like either it's brunch or we do trivia on Wednesdays. He orders 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Diet Coke?
Yeah.
He's like, I have an addiction. I'm like, why don't you just order a carafe? Just order craft. When we get our mimosas, just order craft
a pitcher.
Diet Coke.
Just order a pitcher of Diet Coke.
A pitcher, yeah. But yeah, it's bad.
But Sally Ann, when I drink sodas, I always liked it over ice too because I like fountain drinks better than I do like.
I like fountain drinks. I do.
But there are people that only want to drink out of a can or a bottle. I'm like, no, I like.
I want it over ice.
Yeah,
but I want it cold over ice.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Are you allowed to drink sodas, Shannon?
No, my cold.
Not even the 0 sugars. Because I was going to say
maybe
Sprite. A little shameless plug. the Sprite, zero sugar, are really, really good. And I
Really?
don't like sodas.
Yeah, but I
try
think
that.
aspartame does to your body, like your body
Does this have
thinks you've had sugar, so it's
Oh, it
probably
does have aspartame.
everything has aspartame that's unsweetened.
It has a succumalumula plate too.
A skumaluma.
I don't know what that is.
Isn't
Hakuna
aspartame,
Matata. What?
Right.
isn't that stuff bad for your brain or it does stuff to your brain?
Oh, honey,
It's all bad
there's
for
so
you.
I
much I've
mean,
done
It's
that's
all
bad
bad
for my
you.
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's
What
add
the-
that to the list.
Right.
I don't drink it because my brain already has lesions on it. Because if you don't know, listeners, I have multiple sclerosis.
I thought the walk was going to cure that. It didn't.
Wait, how much do you have to
Well, he didn't
raise?
actually. He didn't walk.
To get cured? To get cured?
Yeah, how much do you have to raise?
100,000.
Okay. So it is like Scientology.
It
You
is.
just have to keep.
It is.
Okay.
Tears.
Yeah,
If you don't raise it, you have to stay. You have to have it.
You have to stay at that level,
Yeah.
right?
Or
gotta
you
raise
or
some more
you get
money.
the Shelly Miscavige treatment.
Yes.
We don't see you for a
Wanda.
while.
Yes. Yes.
We'll never know what happened to him.
Have they done a podcast about that? I'm
Oh,
wondering
but
if
they
they've done a
need
No, we
podcast.
should
to.
find
Oh
one.
my god, that'd be
We should
great.
find one.
Let's
Yeah,
start.
find one.
Let's call Leah Remini. She'll be
Let's
all
start
over
one.
that.
We'll start
The
one.
Scientologists are after her anyway.
Leah Remini's too busy putting
Uh-uh.
posters on the telephone poles in LA looking for Shelly.
Mhm.
Have you seen this woman? She
But it's
started a hard
true.
campaign
I
to
mean-
get that. Yeah.
I love that Candy says, let's start a podcast. One, we can't even figure this one out. Two, I don't want Scientology coming after me. Those people.
They will come. They will
Oh,
go
yeah, they
through.
will.
They'll go through your trash. They'll find out like
No.
everything about you.
No.
Yeah.
And I know
No.
Tom Cruise is 5'1", but he's powerful.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
right.
is. Yeah, we're not going over. Just edit out everything we said about Scientology.
Yeah.
I do not need them.
They're
I
all
do
wonderful
not need
people.
them following
They're
me
all
around.
wonderful.
They're wonderful. Well, I wouldn't.
They're
say
beautiful people.
Okay, let's go around the room here and everybody give them your address.
wonderful.
Yeah, right.
They already have it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, let's just
All right.
let's just make it easy on everybody.
Besides, I'm already in a cult. I don't need to be in Oh, okay. So Sally Ann was obsessed with Diet Coke. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is pretty sad. I'm obsessed with these new tortillas that Michael Little turned me on to. So bread is a no-no, and so tortillas are a no-no, but these are low carb tortillas, and they're called Hero, and there's no Tom Thumbs is the only place I find that sells, and they have bread and they have
What's the
hamburger
brand?
buns. Hero. It's Hero. That's
And
the
they're
brand.
good?
They're
Are they
really
good?
Yeah, it tastes
Okay.
like real tortillas. The bread tastes like bread. Yeah, it's really
Okay.
good. So,
And Tom Thumb carries it? Okay.
Tom Thumb carries them. So I was looking in Whole Foods, and Michael's like, "Nope, you got to go to Tom Thumb." So I was doing grocery shopping, which I don't grocery shop. That's the first mistake. But anyway, so that's what I'm obsessed with. I'm finally eating tortilla and bread
Okay.
again.
Nice.
Yes, finally.
Good.
Eva, you obsessed
Yes.
with anything?
Yes. And you've contributed to this. And everyone
Uh-oh.
who came to the Easter party has seen the obsession. I'm obsessed with the Lego sets of like flowers. And Shannon, I love the orchid you got me because that one will never die. Our other one has not died since, so it's been great. But the flowers, I mean, everything is so like real, like
They're
real
really
life.
pretty. The ones you
Yeah.
had in your
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
were really pretty.
And
Yeah.
they have another set that I saw, a wildflower bunch that I thought
Yeah.
was really pretty. So
Ah,
these are things that I could give my parents, because my mom has no rhythm, but they, go spruce up the house a little bit. So, but I have one that Rick got me for Christmas that is the Statue of Liberty. It's very, very, very intimidating, but I think I'm going to start slowly on that.
How many pieces is it?
I think it's like 2,000 or something.
Oh my
like that.
god!
I hate to even look at the book. Like the books have gone from like 3 or 4 pages, and then they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, why don't we just, why don't I just read a novel, because this is what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're
Oh my
big.
god! Yeah.
But yeah, that's what. Dylan got me one for Christmas that is a bonsai tree. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was sitting on
yes.
underneath the entertainment center, on the entertainment center, and in April or this month actually, I forgot. You can turn it into cherry blossom.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going
I
to
love
take
that.
the green leaves off and turn it into a cherry blossom. They have
I
pink
love that.
additions to it, so I'm going to add
That's
those
cool.
here. So yeah, I mean, they're really cool, and we have them in the bathroom. They're kind of just really good like centerpieces, So,
nice.
but yeah, that's what I'm obsessed
And you
with.
don't have to worry about watering them.
No,
You don't have to
no,
worry about Rick
and it's-
killing them. So
No, exactly, and it's really good for my anxiety because I have anxiety.
Good.
And, when I'm stressed out at work, I come home and I'm just like, let me get all my frustrations out through this, and but yeah, that's what I'm.
there are
obsessed with.
a lot of unhealthy things you could do instead.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing all the different sets they have of Lego.
Yeah, it's but remember when you used to go through the Lego aisle at the store and it's just like the
Couple
Disney
things.
or the whatever, and now
Yeah.
it's just like a whole like flower section, and then the roses. I don't know if y'all saw the
It's
roses. Like Rick got me
crazy,
roses
yeah.
for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That are really really pretty. But yeah, everything's so good for you, Lego.
You should hang out with my nephews. They're 9 and 5, and they love their Legos.
Oh, I
Maybe
love them.
You should have
And
a
it's
play
really
date.
fun. Yeah, right. And it's really good for when my nephew comes to visits because it's always like
Y'all can do that
he's
together.
He's entering that age where he's almost a teenager. He'll be 12 this year, and his attention span is not as precise as it used to be.
That's
so
a
it's like,
teenager, right?
yeah. And he's always on YouTube and watching these stupid. I don't know what it is now, just from my eyes. So I'm just like, let's sit down and do some Legos.
Probably
So
porn, but yeah.
right. So he's still in that phase where I can sit him down and we can do a Lego set together.
That's fun.
But
yeah.
I'm slowly losing that window, so I need to, take advantage of it while I can. So, but yeah.
All right, Shiloh, you obsessed with Legos?
No, we were poor growing up, so I couldn't afford Legos. Like we didn't even have like
bricks.
The off-brand ones.
Go outside and put those bricks together and make a wall.
No, like we didn't even have like the Lincoln Logs. Like, we didn't have anything. Like we did not have like any. Yeah, we weren't poor. My mom was just really thrifty. I'd call her cheap, but she doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can call her cheap, thrifty, whatever.
So you can call her cheap.
So I'm trying to be obsessed with running again. Like I took 5 weeks off from running, and then like getting back in now is a struggle. Like even running on the softball fields, just the little bit that I run, I was like, this sucks. So I'm trying. That's my current, hopefully to be obsession.
Nice.
Well, do like Adrian and pop a gummy before you run.
Yeah, have a gummy.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Or
where do you run?
Or a little bump
run?
of cocaine,
Just
whatever works.
Just pack some snacks before you leave.
If I'm gonna do some speed work, we take a little bump and go. No, so I normally run like during the week I run in Richardson, just in my neighborhood, with the group here, and then on Saturdays or Sundays it's in Dallas, like Mockingbird Station. Then we go either to the lake or through SMU or downtown or wherever.
See, if I did that, I used to do the trail, and if I ever ran it so far up, I'd be like, I'm gonna take a train back down. That's too far to be going back down. Or you take a gummy and you end up in like Garland.
Missing a shoe in Garland,
Yeah. Well, we went on the Katy Trail after work today.
Oh yeah.
And it's definitely spring weather, so
okay. I know what that means.
Everyone's
whatever you're.
Are there some shirtless boys out there?
There definitely are.
I haven't ran the trail in so long.
And girls in little outfits
Yeah.
also. So it's definitely springtime weather. Whatever your taste is.
That's funny. When I went to pick up Andy last Sunday for Kristen Chenoweth, I came down the strip and I was like, there are a lot of tank tops on the strip today. I was like, it was a really pretty day. I was like, at Woody's, JR's, all the patios. I was like, there's lots of tank tops.
Queens, it's not summer weather.
Well, they were out in full force that day. So,
but it's like that random day in December that's like 70 degrees, and then they're all wearing like short shorts and tank tops. I'm like, girls, really? Tomorrow it's supposed to be a cold front. Yeah. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. It's supposed to snow, girl. No.
They're like, oh, I gotta go get my spray tan real quick, and then.
Well, at least it's not crop tops yet.
Those are becoming more and more like fashionable now.
I know.
No.
Okay, one thing I did notice before we move on real quickly, and as I've noticed this on the Katy Trail, there are a lot of men with mustaches.
Like porn star mustaches? Like Eva, or
yes, like younger guys with mustaches. I'm like, there are a lot of mustaches out there now. I had not realized it, but yeah, there are. So
there's a support group if you can. We all Did I ever tell you why I have mine? I don't know if I ever told you why I have mine. Like my dad had a mustache growing up throughout my entire childhood, and it was mostly, I mean, in his 40s is when I really like it was a staple thing that he had. So mine has been, my dad's had a lot of health issues recently, and
So it's kind of
it's kind of like an homage
tribute.
to my dad. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it'll come off eventually, but it's just something I'm just kind of
I like
doing.
that. Yeah, that's sweet.
And every time I go see him, he's always just like, I wish I could do that still, but I can't. It's like too much upkeep. So
do we have to call you daddy also? I mean, we got Coach Daddy here.
Your dad had a mustache too, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, you should grow a mustache.
We'll see.
Just say, oh my gosh, the razor fell, and then just be like,
yeah. I think I might look like I don't know, serial killer or something.
Try it. Like, just shave your beard one day, and then if you don't like it, the next day shave the mustache off.
Did you do that before we did that performance?
Yeah.
You kind of you did a little bit of a
it was just weird looking. Yeah.
Well, a mustache with a cult member with a mustache. I mean, yeah, you really.
Oh God,
a lot.
All right, who's up first?
I think Coach Dad was up first.
Yeah, he's sitting here going, I'm here. I got here early to talk about the women's draft.
We have a lot to talk about in sports.
Yeah.
Softball was again adequate. The baby Titans, they only had 9 players.
Oh, I'll stay for this.
Which team?
The E team only had 9. Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. I guess
Sarah quit. I might call her out. She never showed up.
Let's talk about Sarah out. So Sarah was the only reason we had enough to have a team for the deadline. I told Sarah, I don't care if you play. I need you to register today, and I will pay for it if you need me to.
And she didn't care if she played either because she hasn't shown up.
She did say she wanted to play. No, she said she wanted to play, but obviously she hasn't made a game. She's blaming it on buying a house, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, what is she doing? Building it?
I mean, she is a lesbian, so.
Wait, I thought she owned a house already. Does she not?
She was ready.
Oh, yeah, they sold that house. Yeah.
Yeah, they sold it, and she just bought a new one.
I was thinking she bought another one, but she did not.
She was renting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But real quick, playing with 9 players is so freaking hard, especially in the outfield, like I was.
It is, and it always amazes me. Like, go to a Major League game or just go watch a baseball, like a high school baseball. They had 3 players in the outfield. Like, it amazes me that with 3 people they can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously at that Major League Baseball level, they're
good,
faster, better than we are.
Well, they condition and they practice and they condition, and they're.
How many people do y'all have in the outfield?
It's only 4, so it's you have 10, you have 10 fielders, so it's an extra outfielder.
Because you have you usually have the queen in right center and right field that's just like just standing there.
Doesn't do anything.
That's usually Eva.
Yeah, and when there's a left-handed batter, it's like, oh shit, here I go. Now I have to really focus and make sure I pay attention. But yeah, we watch college softball, and it's like, oh my god, how are these women diving? And I always have that idea that I'm going to dive for a ball, and then I look at and I'm like, well, one, they're diving on turf, and they have a little cushion, and more than I do. And 2, I just don't want to hurt anything.
I don't think I could. I don't think I could make myself dive for anything onto the hard ground. I would be like, nope, not going to happen.
If you had a 2-liter of Diet Coke on the counter and started to fall off, I bet you would
so thirsty, and you were so thirsty.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we won't go into a lot of details in softball. We were present yesterday, and it wasn't so great.
But how did you do?
The D team,
I'm going to take a moment right here.
We had more than 9 players. We could not hit to save our lives. So we didn't
golly.
Game. Yeah, it was bad.
Okay.
Shiloh made me play infield both games.
I did. I didn't tell Shannon either until we went through the lineup. He's live at third, and then he was
I'm at third?
short. Yeah.
What? It was
and we won't talk. Can we talk about your mom? Pam's listening to this. Yeah, she may have been heckling Shannon in the stands.
Really?
But Shannon made a great play. He stopped the ball, fielded the ball cleanly, and he goes to throw the ball from third base to second base. And it was a rainbow. It looked like it was in slow motion. It got there. Luckily, that team we played the first game, they had the slowest runners, so that helped us a lot. But Pam was like, that was a great stop, but I don't know about that throw.
Yeah, my own mother. And I'm in
I
third
love
grade.
it.
Sitting
I
right
love
there, I
it.
can hear everything she's saying, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, my mother's heckling me."
That's so funny. Eh.
She wasn't wrong.
I was gonna say she was speaking the truth, right?
Exactly right.
She was exactly right. It was terrible.
Exactly right.
Oh.
Yeah, so we again we were present. So we have a few more games. We're almost done with the season. I think the first week in May is the last set of games, and then like May second weekend in May we're have an interseason tournament.
It's just a few weeks away.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know.
Which is good because it's about to really hot. So yeah. So feel free to cut this
Yeah.
part out, except Andy, leave in the part about Shannon's mom talking.
Oh,
shit.
absolutely. Absolutely.
The NBA season's actually done. Playoffs start. The Mavs start as the 5 seed. First game is next Sunday against the Clippers. They play in LA. Hopefully it's an early game. If not, it's gonna be like 9 p.m. and everyone here will be asleep by then on a Sunday after a day of drinking. And the Stars for NHL, the Stars have 1 game left, and so most of the other teams have 2 to 1 to 3 games left. So right now the Stars are the number 1 seed, but they need to win. And hockey's weird because you get a point for if you tie, and you also get a point if you lose in overtime or a shootout. You still get 1 point. So their system's a little weird. So they just need 1 point to keep the number 1 seed.
Oh,
That's awesome. So in basketball, is it like a 7-game, 5? What's the series for the playoffs?
They are 7. All of them are 7. Yeah.
All of them are 7. Okay.
All of them are 7. Yeah.
What's the matchup look like with the Clippers?
It's pretty good. I think we have a chance. Like the Mavs, I think they won 12 of their last 15 games coming in, which is
they're
great.
kind of hot. Yeah.
They were not even in the top 8. Hey, SAP.
Speaking of hot,
Having a little hot flash there.
just a little bit.
Grab your
First one I've
diet.
had in a while.
Grab
Woo.
your Diet Coke.
I probably just need to turn the AC on. That's
maybe it is really humid here.
It's very
So that's it for non WNBA, which is our frontliner. So this is the first time I've ever watched the
the draft.
before.
I am shocked by that statement.
Granted,
The first and only.
I have never watched the NBA draft, so this isn't like a sexist thing. Like the only draft I've ever watched is the NFL draft.
NFL.
Yeah.
That's it,
The Miller draft.
Well, and that goes on for days. That NFL draft just keeps going. I mean, you watch it for a while.
Oh, that's like a 5-day event. Yeah.
So is the WNBA draft like Jerry Maguire, like of like the
Show me the
basketball,
money.
where all the agents are just like
No, I don't know that these. I don't want to sound sexist, but I don't know they have agents.
They
aren't
probably
they allowed
have.
to? Aren't they allowed to? Like
You think
They
they
are
have
allowed
an
to, but-
agent, but I just don't think there's the
It's not as
bidding for people.
prevalent,
Like,
right. So
yeah,
Caitlin Clark Caitlin Clark was the number 1 pick for the Indiana
shocker.
Fever.
Yeah,
No, the Fever, not the Shocker. They're the Fever. So she's going to make $76,000 as the number 1 pick this year.
76,000.
76,000. So I'm saying they probably don't have an agent because the fee is probably 10%. Do you want to give up $7,000?
she could go be a business analyst somewhere and make more than that.
Yeah.
So it's like
She probably will have an agent because she's high profile because that agent's going to get her.
she'll get a bunch of deals.
endorsements,
Yeah.
endorsements, and all that.
Yeah, so she'll probably have them, but I don't know that. I would say the majority of them. I think the person who makes the most it's like $280,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why like Brittany Griner, like she was a big profile because she was detained in Russia. Because a lot of the WNBA players, just so they can make money, they have to
go
play
overseas.
play
Yeah.
year round. So Caitlin Clark, number 1 pick to the Fever, and apologies. So I can only see the icons of the team, not the team names. So I'm not like up on my 12 WNBA teams. Also, Dallas has a team, in case you guys didn't know, the Dallas Wings.
The Wings.
Yeah. And they play in Fort Worth, actually, at Dickies Arena.
Do they? Because I've been to see them in Arlington at UTA. I've actually been to a Dallas Wings game.
I think they moved. Maybe, yeah.
Do
maybe
they
I'm
move
wrong.
to? Do they move to Fort Worth? It's been a couple of years, but
Have they always been the Wings? That doesn't sound familiar.
as far as I know,
The Comets are the Houston team, right?
Yes. So the way that when the WNBA first came out, obviously, you only had a team in a city, like they had to affiliate with the NBA teams.
NBA, yeah.
Just to stay afloat, funding, whatever.
And it was a play on their mascot too, like something like the what is it?
Some of them were like
Some
it's
of
the
them
Phoenix
were.
Mercury instead of the Phoenix Suns. Like some of them were,
Yeah.
And the only one that was not was Connecticut, and that's back when UConn was winning all the national championships. They were undefeated every year, so there was a big enough presence there that they could have a team without having. So right now there's the Las Vegas Aces, which I don't know how new they are. And and then the Connecticut Suns are the only two that aren't in a WNBA team. And I think the Vegas is probably going to get one at some point. So highlights so there's 3 rounds, 12 teams in each round, and all 3 rounds are on the same day. So
so it's not a spectacle.
Well, they can only rent out that Waffle House for one day.
No, they are. It's actually happening.
It's a Holiday Inn Express.
Is the Music City Hall in Brooklyn? Is that what's in Brooklyn? I'm looking at the gays on the call. The Brooklyn Academy of Music is where they're having the draft.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that place. I think just now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just now.
But Caitlin's staying in the Midwest, so she's going to be in Indiana, which is not.
Assuming she takes it because Ice Cube's his
3-on-3, right?
offered her like a couple $1 million to play with him. So
where did the Bayou Barbie go?
Where did Bayou Barbie go?
Is that Angel?
Angel Reese.
Oh, okay.
Angel.
So Angel Reese was the number 7 pick, and she went to a logo I don't recognize. So we're gonna cheat and
7
Chicago Sky.
Okay.
So Cameron Brink, number 2 pick. I don't know who she is, but when she has makeup on, she's really nice to look at. From Stanford, obviously. She looks like a Russian California girl. Went to the Los Angeles Sparks, so that tracks.
That's a big one.
I'm just going to refer to her as the really tall girl. That's the chick in
From
that
South
LSU,
Carolina.
South Carolina, where there was that really tall girl was like
the raking.
certified with a much smaller girl. It's Camila Cardoso.
She got hooked geese with a rake.
That's it.
She went what, third to where?
She went to Chicago Sky, and that's where she went as well. So she's actually on the same team as Angel Reese.
Wow.
That should be interesting.
There was an interesting pick. So I actually saw this draft pick when you guys were talking. I wasn't paying attention. Her name is Alyssa Peely. So I saw her get up, and like she does not. She's not fit. Trying to find the best way. She's Polynesian, she's Samoan. So
Samoan. So she's a
big girl.
That body.
Yes,
it's typical of Samoans, right?
She's a full-figured girl.
Yes, she
Dear
is.
listeners, this part will be edited out.
I'm trying to tiptoe around this. Maybe some of your parents will relate to this.
She doesn't have the lean physique of a typical athlete. She's more like a shot putter or something, right?
She's thick. I saw her up there. I was like, I don't know who most of those people are anyway. I was like, I need to look and see what. Yeah, so that was interesting. And then
I'm leaving all this shit in. I'm leaving all this shit in.
Okay.
I love how you try to make it sound good, but it made it sound worse.
She's a shot putter.
That was.
I haven't seen her, so I don't know what she looks like. Look, I got nothing to say about anybody with extra weight on them. So that's.
When you strive to be a pole vaulter, but you end up being a shot putter.
There goes our sponsorship by the WNBA.
Maybe we'll get sponsored by Curves.
Thanks.
What's the Fabletics?
Athletics.
And then, as we try to save this segment, the Dallas Wings took some 19-year-old French chick. So that I didn't even know there was a actually 2 girls went back to back out of France, 2 19-year-old and 20-year-old. And then the last pick of the first draft was somebody from Australia.
Okay.
What about how the Rangers do this weekend?
Did
they play the Houston Cheaters?
Yeah,
they did. They played really well on Friday, and then they were present the other 2 games.
Really?
They were present.
Well, that's disappointing.
It's hard to beat the Astros at home because they're really good at knowing what pitches you're throwing.
Yeah, they are proven documented cheaters, so we should.
I was going to say, they're
once a cheater,
cheaters. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
Did you get the bobblehead that you were telling us about with the catch?
No, I didn't. So that was last Monday.
Was it?
So that was it because the Rangers had 4 games at home against the Astros, and they
went there, right?
And then they went there for 3 more games. Yeah. I did not. I mean, I'm sure I'll just go buy it online for like $20, and it'll be cheaper than buying a ticket. But
yeah.
I know that the rivalry of with having watched the series last year for the championship, I know that there's tension between them, and obviously they're cheaters. But have you ever read the comments on any Instagram post where there's a Ranger or Houston, they go in and it's just
Oh,
like
it's
arguing.
brutal,
That, I
right?
mean, it is just, and it's like y'all only have one. We both have the same amount of wins, and they're just like, we have two, and they're like, no, you don't, you have one, and it's just like just destroying each other. And I'm just like, it's so crazy, like how rabid they get.
I mean, it's the NBA, and like Houston and Dallas have a weird rivalry. Like I lived in, it's a story for another time. I lived in Houston for like a day and a half, like less than 24 hours. But like when I eventually
he lived there. He didn't visit.
I was there
He
for less than
lived there.
24 hours. I had a rental home. And I backed. Yeah, that's a whole other story.
Wow. Okay.
This is it was a long time ago. But when I first moved to Dallas, I was finding out like, so there's a rivalry, I can say that rivalry between Houston and Dallas that no one in Dallas knows about.
Yeah.
Right. Like Houston's like, oh my God, we hate Dallas, and Dallas is like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Even though you're here, you're at this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're always kind of like, they always have a chip on their shoulder about that. But
so they're like little brother kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Are you implying that Dallas didn't know about it because we're too into ourselves and we don't care about anybody else?
It's just that Houston is so insignificant to Dallas.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, either one is true.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, most of the people in Dallas aren't from even Texas anyway. Like looking at the 5 of us on this call, only 2 of us are from the state, and only 1 of us is from the area. So, yeah. But I mean, and last year I think, especially during the playoffs, like I mean, like Houston and Dallas, they do the Silver Boot series, and so like whoever wins the most games between the 2 of them, they get whatever that trophy is. Like they've tried to do that, but not until last year in the playoffs was it actually an actual significant rivalry, because before the Rangers were just beating the shit out of the Astros, and then vice versa. Like when the Astros started another run, we weren't good, so it was always
cheating.
Yes, they had to cheat. Yeah, there was always one side of it. Like the media tried really hard to make it a rivalry. Like they want it to be. And I'm like, I don't really care. Like they're not our rivals. Like I care, but we don't care. Like
money.
The Angels
even got really excited when you said something about silver boots, though. I think.
Ooh,
like,
yes.
Like what?
I never want to see silver again, but yes.
Silver in your ear?
Oh yeah, just.
Yeah, I mean it's a weird rivalry, but yeah, I mean.
When do we play them again?
But not for a while. So let me close all my WNBA tabs.
Now your algorithm's gonna be all messed up.
Oh man!
Now that all the porn sites are blocked in Texas, I have to close all these WNBA tabs.
Oh Lord!
Is that
too soon? Too specific?
Does Sally even know that?
What?
Yeah.
What's that?
All the porn sites are blocked in.
I
Texas.
did not know that. So
I didn't figure you would have a reason to know.
Okay, so real quick about that. In doing research, and you click on it.
Of course, yeah.
I love the message. It says, "Dear," or something, dear customer, subscriber, whatever. Your local politicians have decided. It just goes into this whole like page.
So you really like you can't get to any porn.
You can't get on them.
They're blocking us, right? So there's a House bill.
They're blocking us. It's like taking it personally.
We're the victims. We're the victims.
So there's a new House bill going in that basically makes you verify that you click a link that says yes, I'm 18. Like if you go to if you pulled up any kind of if you go to like a beer site, liquor,
you
whatever,
have to verify
you type in your address. Who cares if it's your your date of birth? Like who cares if it's real or not? You type that in. And so they were wanting something similar for like the porn site I was researching before this blog happened. You get a pop-up comes up that says, "Are you the site's for 18 plus?" Click OK if you are. So you click like that already meets the minimum verifications that they needed.
Okay.
You don't have to do like an ID or something.
No.
So that's all they're at.
Everybody can lie about it.
You just lie. Who cares?
Everybody can lie about it.
Yeah.
So pretty soon they're gonna have a scan of our IDs.
We're gonna go back to
so now you have to
stealing them from your dad. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
So now that doesn't have like. Do you still go and verify your address? I mean your age.
I don't know about the one that Eva was studying.
No, I just
what I
clicked
was
on just the link.
researching. It doesn't go. It wouldn't go down. It just that basically due to House Bill whatever, people from Texas are no longer allowed to view this until we figure out what it is. Like if you're a content provider, which I'm not.
You have a login and everything, so you're good. You're verified.
Nobody likes solo work, so yeah, I'm not.
But that's the funniest thing, because whenever you see, OnlyFans obviously is still running rampant, but you have to subscribe and everything. But if you see all these people at the bar, they're like making new content. Like, okay, we're on public.
Didn't somebody say that some sites were just not going along with it? It's too bad they're not gonna. Was somebody telling us that some of them just don't even age verification, just stop.
Right, but again, this is not like Texas blocking it. These are these sites.
These are the sites blocking Texas.
They're protesting.
People who reside in Texas.
Right. They want the bill coming. I mean, it's a slippery slope, whatever. They want the bill coming in, but that's what they're. That's what they're doing. I mean, there's ways to get around everything. If you really care, you can get a VPN that says you pick the place you're in, then you're good. Yeah. You just log on. Yeah. So
in France, everything's legal. So if you have a VPN in France, go ahead.
There's a hole in the wall where the men can see it all.
Eva, you feel like you really know how to get around that, Eva. I mean,
and his Abilene Christian hoodie. Yeah.
Right.
There's our next lawsuit. Yeah.
Right.
Tell Jody we have to have Sunday Night Devo.
We've lost HCU as a sponsor.
I know.
Whoops. Oh.
But back to sports. I think we were talking about when we play the Astros again. It's in July.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's gonna be.
All right. Thank you, Coach Daddy. All right. Eva.
Hi.
Oh, Eva, it's you.
I'm here. All right. So we have a few things going on in pop culture this week. We have one thing I wanted to touch on real quick for you Drag Race fans out there. The finale for this Friday for season 16. And we have our top 3 from 2 weeks ago, actually, because last week we had the lip sync Lollapalooza, where all the queens came back that were eliminated and they competed for $50,000. And that title went to Morphine, who was eliminated 10th in the series. So she made the top 5.
Her name's Morphine?
Morphine Dion Love.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her drag name. From Miami. She made it to the top 5. She didn't quite make the top 4, which they usually take a top 4 to the finale, but this year they did a top 3. So she ended up winning $50,000 and as a consolation prize. But she did really good. They just basically lip sync against each other. It's kind of like just you win, you move on to the next round. And she made it all the way to the end and she won. So congrats to her. The top 3, we have our Plain Jane from New York. She has 4 wins of main challenges in the season. Nymphia Wind, who is, I believe she's from the Midwest, but she lives in New York. She's an Asian queen. She's very fabulous. She's really good, funny, quirky. She has 3 wins going into the final, and then Safira Cristal, who's originally from Houston, but she, I believe, is on the East Coast somewhere, and she has 4 wins. So that's pretty even going into the finale. And they'll do a lip sync as well, but with the 3, we don't know how they're going to do it because there hasn't been a top 3 in a while. So tune in. Who will find out who will win, and if you tune in on Friday at 7:00 on MTV. So.
Who are you picking, Eva?
I personally think Safira Cristal will win. She's the oldest. She's the older of the queens. She's kind of taken the mother role of the group. She's seasoned. She's got enough behind her to kind of know how everything works, and she's just fabulous. I think she's amazing. But who do you think is going to win?
I think it'll be her. Well, of the 3, I think it'll be her. And plus, RuPaul's old now. She likes the older ones more.
Yeah, I think she kind of throws them, throws them a bone a little bit,
Because who was the one that who won the last year? The older one.
Sasha Colby.
Yeah,
Sasha Colby won.
She was no spring chicken. So
She was not. She was not.
Yes.
But yeah, so for all you Drag Race fans out there, tune in. It'll be
Everybody
interesting.
tuned out, but you and I, we're the only ones.
I know.
The others are like, I don't give.
I'm watching the draft.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm watching the draft.
If you're in the neighborhood on Friday, they do a watch party at Roundup, and it's usually pretty packed. And so they'll have the finale party at 7 there. So if you're looking for some place to watch it, so and then with movies, there's some movies that came out this past week that are getting some buzz. The box office, the top 3. The third movie that grossed the most over the weekend was a new release, Ghostbusters. I think we talked about this before.
There's another Ghostbusters?
Yes, it's called Frozen Empire. It's got Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, and the original living members of the Ghostbusters team, except for Rick Moranis because he retired from acting. But yeah, that came in third. There was second was Godzilla versus Kong, which I'm not a big fan of the Godzilla movies. I don't know. Does anybody like Godzilla? Rick loves them, so we usually watch them, and it's entertaining, but it's just but
yeah, I got nothing for that.
No.
But the number one movie, which is causing buzz this past week, and for screenings prior to it opening, is called Civil War, and it stars Kirsten Dunst and Nick Offerman, were the two biggest names in the cast. But listen to the synopsis of this.
I'm ready.
In the near future, a civil war has erupted between the authoritarian United States government and various secession movements. Renowned war photographer Lee Smith saves aspiring photojournalist Jesse from a suicide bombing in New York City. The two set off on a journey to Washington, D.C., documenting the horrors of a war as it goes on. So
this looks fantastic.
Well, it's gotten really good reviews, honestly.
I'm going to see it tomorrow too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really I would go. I might.
So some of the reviews that have come in has said it hits a little close to home with this current climate right now in the United States. But the two states that have kind of formed the secession movement are Texas and California,
which doesn't make sense at all. Like not at all. We would never.
But it's like. Yeah,
we would never do anything with California.
Yeah, and it's funny how they tried to. Well, it's funny how they try to explain it because it's like they put aside their differences and they decided to join forces. I'm like, yeah, that's never going to happen.
Never.
But yeah, so So some of the movie critics have given it some really good reviews, and I'm excited. I want to go see it, and I love Kirsten Dunst, and she recently had a article, and I think it was Vanity Fair, where she basically said that, she's been offered all these roles, these big high profile roles, over the course of her career. I mean, she started at 11 years old in Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
And so how she's basically kept her career going is by saying no to things that she didn't want to do. And that Hollywood, Hollywood, threatened to kill her career, and she's just like, do it. I don't give a crap,
Yeah, you don't see her a lot, so she's just very particular about what she does, I guess. I mean, and after doing Bring It On, I mean,
oh my gosh,
come on,
that's
a masterpiece, right?
That's Oscar worthy. But it's so funny because when you've seen her IMDb page in the most recent years, you see like these artsy films, and these like ones that literally go over your head. Melancholia is one of them, that about a comet coming to the earth and destroying the earth, and she's it's a crazy, it's good, but it's just you have to be in it.
Was that Deep Impact?
Right. Now that was Tay Leone.
Oh, what was Armageddon?
Tay Leone.
Wasn't it Tay Leone in Deep Impact? There was one. There was two. Volcano was one of them. Which one was the one where she was with Pierce Brosnan?
James Bond.
Tay Leone.
Tay Leone, I think, was either in Deep Impact or Volcano.
Deep Impact was a porn movie.
That was my thought. I was like, you're talking about a porno. Andy, thank you, because I was sitting there thinking, I just assumed y'all were being dirty.
No.
Came on Armageddon and Deep Impact came out at the same time. Both like comets gonna hit the Earth and destroy it.
Yeah.
Armageddon, they decided to.
Andy, I bet there's a porno by the same name.
Oh, I'm sure. Eruption.
I would check with my research.
But you can't access it in Texas, so sorry.
Yeah, all the
It's been blocked. Real quick, with music, we have Dua Lipa released her latest single, Illusion.
Dua Lipa saved pop music, right?
And she's continuing to save it. Sally Ann, thank you for mentioning that, because it bears repeating. I mean, it bears repeting. And this one is
I don't
no
even know
different.
Who Dua Lipa is,
Oh my
I know she
gosh! Oh
saved
my
pop
gosh!
music.
Her new album comes out in
really
May. It's called Radical Optimism, and all these hits she's been coming out with are just
she's hosting SNL in May too.
She is, and it's the day before her album is released. So
that's why.
I mean, I would probably recognize her music.
You
maybe
would.
some of it.
Yeah, you would. I played some of it during the Easter party, if we were paying attention, but it had it on the background. But take a listen. Some of her stuff is just really good, dancey pop perfection.
Gay.
It's great. And then she also collaborated with Kylie Minogue, which
another gay icon, right?
You can't go wrong with Kylie Minogue. So she did her homework.
Whose sister Danny is making a comeback.
What?
Yeah,
her sister Danny is making a comeback. She has a new single out. I can't remember the name of it.
It's a good. Would it be a comeback if it wasn't really?
Never really.
First,
she never took off. She never took off. She had that awful song that I hated.
Danny,
yeah, she had one back in the day.
Mm-hmm. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, she was the one singing. She was the one in her bedroom singing, "I should be so lucky to have Kylie's career." But
so this is Kylie's sister,
yeah.
Danny.
Yeah, oh, she's really big. She's really big in Australia.
So Kylie has a sister named Coattails too, like
big, like the Samoan basketball player, or big, popular
shot putter,
shot
caller, shot putter.
Yeah. So give that a listen. It's really good. You can get on Apple Music or Google Play, whichever thing. And the biggest thing that happened this past weekend. One last thing is Coachella. Now, Coachella.
I thought about going this year, but
yeah, I mean, Coachella is, that it's in Indio, California. It's this, celebrity. It used to be about the music, and now it's about the celebrities and the fashion, and not even about who's performing. But on Friday, the main stage had Lana Del Rey.
Oh Lord,
it was fabulous! And if you actually watch the live stream, she's still performing her set. That one song.
It's not over yet.
It's still going. It's still going.
Although everybody in the audience has slit their wrists by now.
There's one left standing, and that would be me. And then some other ones, some big names on Friday were Sabrina Carpenter, who's now up and coming pop singer, who Shannon likes a lot. She has a song called what's it song called?
Feather.
Yeah. And she performed on Friday, and then Saturday it was Sublime came out and performed. And the biggest one of the night was No Doubt. They reunited
with Gwen Stefani. Yeah,
with Gwen Stefani. All the
Very
originals
cool. Yeah.
were all there. So it was a
she looked good. Shiloh,
she
did. You see it?
I actually saw Shannon dancing to No Doubt songs, but I'm not sure to see Gwen herself. Yeah. Also, who's the lead singer for Sublime these days?
I don't know. That's the one that didn't he die?
Yeah, is it Rome? He was the one that took over. Sorry,
I'm not a real big Sublime fan. But No Doubt got back together and they sang all their hits and
Cool.
Schooling the children on what music used to sound like in the 90s and and giving a dose of nostalgia to those who remember it. So,
right.
AK Shannon, who was dancing uncontrollably and forming life moments with women that were actually enjoying it as well.
but I did not ask them to play softball. So
no, he did not. He did not ask them. Usually it starts off with a life moment and it's like, hey, do you play softball? Come play for our team.
Oh wow.
And then he hands it over to Shiloh, and Shiloh's like,
I learned my lesson.
They looked a little more athletic than the last two you got us. One of them who would not stop talking was about to have her fourth knee surgery, so we should probably pass on that.
Yeah.
But also on Saturday, real quick, was the group Blur. I don't know if everybody remembers Blur from the 90s. They had the one song that I remember is song 2. And then they had that off group, which was the cartoon Gorillas. They performed to a completely quiet crowd who had no idea who they were. And that prompted the lead singer to basically say, you're never going to see us ever again.
Oh,
Because
really?
you have no idea who we are, and we are never doing this ever again. Which I thought was kind of funny, but I mean, you kind of have to understand the crowd that they're catering to. These are young kids.
But they should at least listen. Like they should at least okay, I'm going to walk over to the stage where Blur's at. Let's find their top song. Yeah,
Joey,
but also
Joey would
Blur,
listen. See,
right? Hi, Joey. But also, Blur hasn't been a thing in years. I mean, at least
Blur.
with No Doubt, you can, Gwen Stefani's been in the limelight, recently with
well,
she's on The Voice.
You can't. You're playing to people who've never heard of you. You can't get mad. I mean,
maybe they should have asked their parents, like, "Hey, mom, dad, who's Blur?" Like, I don't know who this is.
Talking about getting your head shaved by a jumbo jet, like it's just like that's it. Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting that he managed to basically just say, flip them off and say,
F all y'all.
Yeah, we're not going to do this again. And then yesterday was Doja Cat, BB Rexa, and I think those were the big ones. Shakira performed on another stage on Saturday, I believe. And she announced her world tour that she's going on in support of her new album. So I love Shakira, so that'd be a great concert to go to. Very energetic. But the fashion, the celebrities, there was a picture floating around of Real Housewives of New Jersey star Teresa Giudice with Taylor Swift, of all people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So apparently they bumped into each other, or she got lost on the way to the porta potty, and I don't know.
Decided to take a selfie.
Decided to say, well, Teresa has also altered her appearance a little bit. Her lips are massive, like massive. I didn't even recognize her. But yeah, but then like I was looking at pictures of them. The last thing I'll talk about, and it's not so much about the music, like I was saying earlier. Everyone is wearing like Roberto Cavalli on stage, like they're wearing Versace and Burberry and like these like couture outfits, which it's not a big deal, but it's kind of becoming like the award, like the Oscars of music festivals.
Yeah.
And I think the Razzies are the Fire Festival. I think that's what the in comparison to that. But yeah, and then the celebrities that go. I mean, all these people from Saltburns, Barry Keogh. Is it Keogh? How you pronounce his last name? He was dressed to the nines in Burberry and Versace, walking around the desert with all the other celebrities, and it's just it's always fun to see who's there and who shouldn't be there. There's a lot of people who shouldn't be there.
Was that last year? Was it Coachella where Harry Styles had Shania Twain perform with him? That was awesome.
Yeah. Now, see, that is a way for the new kids to know
exactly.
School. Like when they have these, like I think that's what music festivals are. Especially when you have all these bands together. Like bring them onto your sets and like introduce them to like the music and do collaborations. And it's always just fun to actually be there and witness that. Like, oh my gosh, Shania Twain.
That was fun to watch, though. That was a fun one to watch. Those two, because you could tell he was such a fan of hers.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think, Harry Styles, like
I know.
Big Shania Twain fan. But also they live streamed it, so you could watch it on I think it was YouTube, wherever you're at. So I think that is either new or just recently has been happening. So even if you can't afford the $3,000 ticket to go, you can watch it from the privacy of your own home. And
maybe our sponsors
next year.
Us next year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's all I got for you there. But listen to Dua Lipa's song; it's really good.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
I have two updates. I missed one thing in sports. So SAP, you're right. The Dallas Wings do play at UT Arlington Stadium. Good job. And then I failed to mention that I didn't watch it, but I heard clips of it. That Caitlin Clark was on SNL.
She was. I saw the clips of it. She was great.
You need to listen to the clip or watch it. It was really good because Michael Che apparently has been making a bunch of them like every week. Sexist jokes about women's sports, and she wrote some for him, and she made him read them on the. Yeah,
it was really good. It was really good. She did a great job.
It was Ken. What's his name? The guy who plays Ken.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Which the Beavis and Butthead thing.
That was
oh my God,
that was funny.
Yeah.
But they did an opening skit of what he cracked up about the alien abduction, and Kate McKinnon was back to play
Oh, good.
It was really funny because
Okay.
he could not keep it together.
Well, the Beavis and Butthead, everybody up there was just dying.
The funniest skit. It was hilarious.
We'll have to watch it.
But Caitlin did a good job. I mean, that's got to be
Mhm.
kind of nerve wracking to get up there and do that, you know. But she did a good
It's worth
job.
the watch.
Well, that one skit when he wanted to get out of that marriage.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it was funny.
I only saw the clips of the Weekend Update and the Beavis and Butthead. That's all I saw.
The first half of the show was really funny.
Okay.
Isn't it the one that always goes?
SAP's watching it on TikTok. That's the only she's using it.
And some of us had to play softball at 8 a.m, so we were asleep by 9 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, that's true.
You were asleep by like 7:30, and by sleep we mean passed out.
And he uses the word play loosely. Those who had to show up for softball.
He had to stand on
because I'm included in that.
Are y'all supposed to play this Saturday
and Sunday? It's supposed to rain Saturday though.
It's supposed to be rain out on Saturday, so you might not play.
So Saturday after our brunch, after we walked, then we went to brunch. Then did y'all go to Hidden Door?
Mm-hmm.
And then where'd y'all go from there?
Roundup.
And then
Woody's.
And
back to Roundup.
Peckers.
No. That's Saturday.
So
I left early.
So when I came home and was just lying on the couch watching the Masters, I was much more productive, I think.
Rosemary joined us for a little while.
Yeah, I knew she was going to hang out with y'all for a little while. So,
well, coming up next week, listener,
to our one listener. Oh, my friend Stephanie sent me a text during this. Hang on, I said we're doing the podcast, and what'd she say? She said, "Tell those bitches." I said, "Hey, Hennies."
Well, next week, listener and viewer, will have what are you drinking? How was your weekend? Days to celebrate. We'll have the Over It, Obsessed with It segment, as well as sports ball and pop culture. And I will also have a review of Kathy Griffin, who I'm going to see Wednesday night.
Oh, fun.
Are you going to Tim?
Yeah.
Does he know that?
Yeah.
Did you remind him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you kids have a good week.
Well, don't forget, don't forget, you can email us at ifosh99@gmail.com. If you have something you want us to talk about, we'll be happy to discuss it. And you can catch us on all the socials. Andy's been doing a good job keeping that updated, I think. So, yeah, let us know if there's anything you want to talk about. If your topic gets chosen, we'll let you know.
Absolutely.
And maybe have a prize for you. I don't know.
Oh, that's a lie. I wanted something and I got nothing.
All right, guys.
Safe travel, Shannon.
All right,
Have a
good
great
night.
week. Have a good week.
Bye.